Hello everyone, and welcome to the matchup of colours here in the VBLS. I am playing against Raymond, who is probably still the Apex along the Marowak. I think they still are. And they drafted Mono Pokedex Blue. I drafted the Mono Pokedex Grey, but with the shiny Ninetales. I should remember to shiny my Ninetales. Sorry, this is spoilers. Not a super surprising composition though. It's the team that Jace predicted and all that. So my opponent has Thunder. Look, I may have thought that I had built for this team and then realized just as Ray came online a bit earlier that I have not built for this team. I don't entirely know how that happened because I've definitely looked at it a number of times. So I think my prep wound up being a little bit worse than it should have been, and this is definitely not a matchup where that's a great option in. I'm honestly feeling kind of a consistent issue where it feels like my item usage is pretty strained in this team. I have some Pokemon that have some very premium items, and when they're not running those very premium items, it feels difficult to use them effectively. And then I have Pokemon competing for those premium items, thinking particularly that I have a number of Pokemon that really appreciate the item Life Orb, and even theoretically like a Sheer Force Timber, but I just can't really get to that. Also, my Trick Room matchup here is really bad. It would be okay, except for the fact that everything here is like really slow, except in snow. I think Beartick is still kind of slow. I should actually make sure that I've got a Scarlet. I didn't speed crit the Scarlet. This is a little bit more last minute than I certainly was hoping to be, but yeah, Beartick, level 100, level 50, let's just put Tailwind up, 204, that's Adamant. It's faster than me by one stage if it's max speed. I'm just going to keep max speed, you know, it's fine. Yeah, okay, so ultimately I have a Scarf Urshifu. The idea is I can theoretically put it next to a Helping Hand, and then it can one-hit KO Thundurus. I can use Friend Guard on Vivian to mitigate damage into my other Pokemon, which ideally would have been more bulk invested than they actually wound up being. I've got the Veluza here with the Citrus Berry, and it has agility to get speed control, theoretically next to a Rage Powder, if I don't feel I can get Tailwind up, which is to say if Thundurus is in lead. Sandy Shocks is Terra Bug because I wanted something that resisted ground and fighting, and it resists ground and fighting. But mostly I didn't want to become weak to ice from Ninetales, or stay weak to ice from Ninetales, which is why I didn't go Terra Grass, or Flying. Krillin, Fluttermane here. Moonblast and Shadow Ball are both very good into this team. This team has no Moonblast resists, and anything that they Terra into will be weak to Shadow Ball, as well as weak to, so anything except for Azelf Terraing will be weak to Earth Power from Sandy Shocks, which is cool. If they like Terra into a Flutter resistance, and it can also benefit from Helping Hand. This would generally be a better team if this was a Chiyu. Or even a Staunch, you know? I think Staunch went, but it is a Pokemon I strongly considered because it is grey. Staunch would be funny on this team. That said, it would be competing with the Choice Scarf. Sorry, with Saitama Urshifu for the Choice Scarf. Yeah. Psycho Cut and Aqua Cutter are pretty good into this team because they have one Psychic Resist, I think it was. Do they have 0 Psychic Resists? It looks like they have 0. No, it's Azelf. Azelf is the one Psychic Resist, which is pretty good for me. So that's why it's on the team. I don't think that this prep is particularly strong, but I'm hoping that the fundamental basics are good enough, as well as the fact that I'm going to get a modest Photosynthesis boosted Fluttermane with Life Orb in some versions of this match. And also Ninetales can prevent their Ninetales setting up Aurora Veil, which is cool. That's not meant to go on ladder. That's not what I want either. Okay. Raymond, 935, here we are. Let's pop you a VGC Regulation E challenge to best of 3. Alright, at Raymond. And yeah, just muck this up a little. Okay, so Carbink came. I am Ironhead. I wound up going Terra Dark because it gave me the opportunity to one-hit KO Thundurus with the Scarf Wicked Blow. That said, I don't believe Terra Dark, Wicked Blow... Oh no, they did bring Beartick. Okay, they did bring Beartick. gets me through Garchomp. It doesn't. Not without Ninetales. You too, friend. My initial desire definitely is going to start with the banded Urshifu lead. I could... I think, so this is faster than a Adamant Beartic in Snow, but it's slower than a Jolly by 1 point if they're max speed, so hopefully they aren't max speed. But I just couldn't afford the attack drop. I think that this game one, I am not really sure what they're bringing, so I think I want to bring the Sandy Shocks version of this team and have Ninetales and Fluttermane. Okay. Yeah, Quack is annoying, and yes, I really just wanted to be able to pressure Thundurus turn 1. That was a major concern on sort of every version of this comp. I did kind of cut Protect on a number of mons that I wish I didn't feel like I was compelled to, because I would love it into Thundurus, but I needed the other moves more. It's like I've got, for example, Sub here on Fluttermane, which is good for positioning. It can function as like a pseudo Protect in some situations. I'll say I probably should have made this faster than Quack, but you know, it's fine. This is faster than Quack. Okay. Well, this is a challenging lead, because I imagine my opponent is going to click Aqua Step and get a speed boost, and I am concerned that that may come at the cost of, well, no, it's not. So they would need to be item boosted for it to come at the cost of the entire Sandy Shocks. I want to Terra Dark and Wicked Blow the Thundurus. I kind of expected to click an annoying move into Sandy Shocks. So they have to be this physically defensive set. If they are not physically defensive, they do just die. They could be the physically defensive set, but they are pressured to run at least speed for Sandy Shocks, theoretically. I'm not 100% sure. It's not amazing. It's not an amazing position. I could bring Ninetales in. I don't think that helps enough. I think I'm going for the Terra Dark Wicked Blow here, and potentially the Protect. I mean, obviously I wish I could just Terra the Sandy Shocks, but it's not really an option right now. So they could Terra Ground. I think I should just throw damage into the Quaquaval. I don't think I gain it. I could Protect. So the idea with protecting is if they throw just anything into Sandy Shocks with Thundurus, I don't die. And if they throw anything to Quack, they don't get a speed boost. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, kind of expect an Eerie Impulse to come out. It does. Thunder's dead. Please attack the... Okay, no, they did attack the Urshifu. Well, it's a bad start, but let's see how the follow-up is. Actually, that still would have done a lot of damage. Yeah, the booster energy definitely is not in my favor at this point. They may be Scarfed themselves, judging by how they played that. I should keep that in mind. If Ninetales comes out, I am Moonblasting the Quack, even though I am concerned it may be Scarf. Ninetales did not come out. Now this could be Scarf. Everything could be Scarf. I think the CC is now picking up Shocks. It is. Not reliably though. More bulk would have been better, but alas. Or even just raw FizzDef investing it. So I kind of want to, what I want to do now is click Substitute here and Thunderbolt the Quack and see what the Garchomp is going for. Okay, it went for Terrifier, because of course it did. Iron Head, and do they also target it with Aqua Step? They target that guy with Aqua Step, okay. Oh, that's probably GG. Alright, GG. GG. Well played on their end. I would have just targeted the Garchomp and won. I could have Earth Powered. I don't know. That probably wasn't a great play. Could have brought in Ninetales. Wouldn't have necessarily availed me a lot. I really imagine this is the speed one. but I subbed, so I die. Should've just Moonblasted the goddamn Garchomp. Shadow Ball KO's Quack. I think I do need to go for this Shadow Ball play, and then go for just the Energy Ball into it doesn't do anything, and the Fire Blast into Garchomp then. Yeah, I think they just win. They have Brave Bird. Okay, interesting. And then do they reel Stomping? They do. I'm Shukaberry, and I reveal that. Do I get the burn? I do not. Okay, well, I'm gonna Fire Blast the Quack now. Okay. Yeah, well, that's really bad. So the Thunderbolt would have KO'd at -2 if it did over half to the thing. Is this version of Quack quite bulky? It is. Okay. Well, it's somewhat bulky. Because I did over half with Thunderbolt, right? Yeah. So it would have died turn 1 if I had just double attacked, even with the -2 special attack. Would Felusa have helped? Ninetales certainly did not help. The fact that I felt compelled to Terra the Urshifu came at great personal cost to me. We haven't seen items on anything. We've seen that the Quack can change up moves. We didn't even see the 4th Pokemon. Yeah, I'm really far behind. I want to lead Urshifu and Ninetales, and then pressure the Quack, if they do lead it. I would have preferred not having to lead Ninetales, but I do think that I have to. And then, I mean, Sandy Shocks has to come, and I think Fluttermane still has to come. I don't think that the comp that they brought is one that my other mons are super great into. Cool. So this time I can Helping Hand and Close Combat the Quack. I mean, the other Terra I was considering was Steel, which would have still left me weak to fighting, so... And I wouldn't have KO'd the Thund turn 1. They don't have a switch into this. Like, Carbink won't die, and I don't think Ninetales will get Urgoed, but they don't have like an easy switch in. I wonder if they're trying to set Rain Dance here. That's their thought process. I don't know what this thumb wants to do right now. It might Eerie Impulse Heisenberg. You're goddamn right and all that, but I think it wants to, like, it really should be Wild Bolt Storming or Thunderbolting the Urshifu. It needs to get damage into Urshifu, or I think they're very far behind. Obviously, they don't develop, like, I don't have Moxie, so I don't develop a more intimidating presence each turn, but if they aren't developing their situation, then they are remaining behind. Okay, it looks like depending on the Ninetales spread, even with this bulky spread, it is dying to a Helping Hand CC. So it looks like it's really just Carbink that would live. And obviously Thund, but Thund's already on the field. Honestly, 2-hand CCs would KO. Not to mention I'd have the ability to Energy Bullet after, and I do still have Terra. Okay. Okay, it's the thing I said. Let's hope it's still true. Did I actually need that for Quack? I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. Okay. Thund is still a problem. But I do threaten every single Pokemon. Thund can attack next turn, but the only Pokemon that lives we saw was Carbink. If Carbink comes out, I can always switch. Might even consider a double switch if Carbink comes out. Garchomp came out. I'm pretty sure we checked and Garchomp just died. So is Garchomp terrored into a type that would live? I don't think that's likely. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the Helping Hand Close Combat again. But we'll see if the Garchomp has a Terra type that gives them an advantage here. It's not a reliable KO, which isn't great. But I still think it's a play I have to go for. Actually kind of regretting going for this play now. Oh, it's Sash! Sash! Sorry, that was louder than I meant it to be. I say that like that's a thing that makes any sense to anyone. I wonder if they're Weather Ball. Sash Garchomp. I could protect and switch. No, that would just cause my Pokemon to take further damage that they can't afford. I can Terra Bug. How much is Flash Cannon doing? How much did we see from Wild Bolt Storm? It did 36 to 0.8 to Heisenberg. So that indicates that it doesn't have a lot of special attack, which would suggest that it's quite bulky, and thus that Sandy Shock's likely isn't KOing. That said, I think I may still need to Terra Bug and go for the 2-hit KO. That's even with Helping Hand. They would need to not have bulk, and it's still not a reliable KO. So I think I am... Sorry, I just said so many things there. What I'm doing here is I am going to Terra Bug and Earth Power the Garchomp slot, and just Energy Ball the Thundurus. Yeah, we sort of expect a support move to come out there. I could have gone for the attack into Garchomp, sorry, into Thundurus instead of Garchomp. Okay, mildly annoying. I don't think it's game losing though. I do still have the Flash Cannon. I didn't reveal it, right? No, I've got the Flash Cannon, which can threaten the Ninetales quite effectively, and it does still threaten the Thundurus. I think what I want to do is switch both of these Pokemon out, which I can't do. Yeah, I think I have to go for the Flash Cannon here, though I could consider the Protect version of the play. Oh, they also get screens up, which is really bad. I think I just have to double the Ninetales here. Okay, they went for Dazzling Gleam. I died. I died to that too. Okay, well, GG. Is Dazzling Gleam doing 9 there normal? Okay, so it seems like it is. Man, Ninetales not very good with without bulk investment, even with its decent SpDef. Yeah. Okay, so a better play could have been to Protect there. But, yeah, I mean, then Ninetales died, and then I got Flutter in for free. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have done that. Yeah, I don't have a good item, so I just lose. They just scary face me, and then I lose. So best play here is definitely to try and remove Thund, and then hope that I somehow can beat Ninetales. I don't think that is particularly likely, but I do think it is my best play. It's Ice Beam. Well, it's a good start. Okay, well, it's really SpDef bulky. Okay. Yeah, I'm just dead. Well, GG. GG. BCD3. I genuinely needed to prep much more for this than I wound up doing. I never get to dodge Wild Bolt Storms. See, when I have Wild Bolt Storm, it misses all of the time. Let's save this game. And that's game 2. And game 1. Why did they get rid of the copy link button? It was quite convenient. Okay. Fair enough. Happy. Lovely day. So no VC debrief, which is unfortunate, because also hoping to draw an A to Z. Yeah, I just needed to prep more, play better. Sash Garchomp was send paste. I'll also send Raymine. Stop yelling at me. Yeah, just yeah. I don't know, should I have ever Earth Powered on the turn I Thunderbolted? No, because it would have done the same damage that it ultimately did. Wait, what? That was Assault Vest and it took like 1,000,000? Am I, like, incredibly underestimating Sandy Shocks, and this machine also is? This is a no bulk version. How did it take that much from Thunderbolt? Was that helping handed? Okay, come on. Let's focus on the important thing. That mess does not make sense to me. Also, if I just attacked what I want. Oh no, it's because it had close combated. Okay, that makes more sense. Because that neutralized the Assault Vest boost. That makes more sense. Aquagene. Helping Hand. Yeah, Vivian not getting Helping Hand means that it's a really kind of crap Pokemon. If it got Helping Hand, it would have been significantly better here. Thund. Well, we saw all these moves. Did it bring Trick Room? They were brave. This was a Trick Room Beartic with Snowcloak. I would have been quite frustrated, but they didn't have to bring it because my team sucked. Yeah, I don't know. I built for so many games because in my other league, people just had been joining me and joining me. But yeah, I guess I just had missed this, which sucks because I would have preferred to have come in with more prep. But you know, I played against a team with good prep. It was used pretty effectively. This Dazzling Gleam wound up being enough with the max special attack to meant my like poorly prep Ninetales didn't do anything. Like this special attack should have been bulk, but it wasn't. Yeah. Veluza would have been cool, but they brought a team that was pretty hostile to Veluza. It just is not fast, and then without being fast, it sucks. And then they can just like scary face it, and I'm like, okay, great, well, I just immediately lost the game, which isn't fun. No Dragon Move on Garchomp. Yeah, Max Spadef, Thund. We did see that it didn't have any attack, but it didn't have any speed either. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they brought a team solid and they played well. And that's, I think, all I can say. I can't really extend this video much longer with the intention of trying to make it look like this game may have gone to game 3. Yeah, no, I think I could do better with this team if I just was, I don't know, if I didn't have a full-time job, you know? If I wasn't also trying to do things on top of it. God, full-time jobs are genuinely the worst. I dislike the fact that I don't have time to spend doing Draft League, man. I used to be in like, you know, 5, 6, 7 leagues at a time, and now I can, like, I'm struggling with 2. But the game goes on. This Ash Garchomp was absolutely backbreaking game 2. I just was unable to play because of it. Goodbye.